Norden, NordicGameProgram.org. Okay. We're right back here.
Orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves or break, then used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brandenburg.
Mementos. Heavy door blocking the path. The grave of the dying man seeks a note written by a man named Johann Weyer. An orb is needed in it. Sanctum is shattered. Pieces lying scattered in the torture rooms. 2 levers on the top floor are not working. It probably has some problem with machinery. Chunsel. This is a scary room. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna go to Twitter. Tweet that I'm streaming. I tweeted re and no one responded. Okay. Chancellor. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest in the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. If we see the monster, we just turn around and crouch. So this isn't Heinrich. Then I don't know what this monster is. One of the many Prussian soldiers. Anyway, cup over there, bottle of water here. Let's go. We are crouched. There might not be a monster in this area, but I can't be too safe. I just heard the monster. Off to my right, past that door. Oh god, this is gonna be annoying. There's the monster. We need to dip. The chancel is kind of scary. Haley,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Just watching mostly. What?
He's coming through the fucking door. We can go to the nave if he comes down the stairs. Nope. Fear began to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Via was a brave man, and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples, and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But, unlike every other finder since the fall of his red fame, he was able to unshackle the horror you and I connected with the orbs. He used them, and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
Ow. So I've run into an issue, and that issue is monster at fucking door.
Tough enough.
What am I supposed to do here? It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. Okay. The monster's gone. He broke down the goddamn door. But now the door's back. What?
Puss, what are you doing?
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
The monster came from this way. Tinderbox. Stefano. My friend. More Stefano. Big Stefano. The Shattered Orb. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm had made me most impetuous. Fearing the paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual. Without proper foresight, the orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I have tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, we might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life?
Yeah.
I'm dead if the thing comes in here. Let's hope that the thing is not right outside. Doesn't look like it is. Was it supposed to be here last time? If this door starts to break, make a run for it back to the nave. That's a thing, it's a crucial part.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Bucket of tar. But we know that the bucket of tar is not useful. Unless... I need to find some way to open that door.
No, don't kill her.
No, don't kill her. Eh. There's one door left. We can't go through the door over that way. So that leaves this door. The other doors have been searched or cannot be gone through. Smooth hemispherical depression at the top. The pedestal in the chancel has a depression in it that can fit an orb. I feel like I needed to touch that. Mystic barrier looks like passage in the chancel. Okay. So we need to get the orb to proceed that way. We need to do something to proceed there. So the thing is, I probably missed something here.
Still time witnessing them. If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
Oh, there's got to be something in this room. In one of these rooms. something somewhere to help me open that door. I never use this wooden crank. This wooden crank's literally useless. There's nothing in here for me either. Nothing in the central area. I'm missing something. Oh, there's a thing up here I can light. I don't know what to do. Is there something over this way? No, there can't be. There's literally nothing here. We can't touch this door. Unless we come back here later, but we need to repair that machinery to do anything in the nave. Carefully cutting the man open made him think, this is how Father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate, grants a certain form of pride. Okay. And all through there.
Good to see me. How good. Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison, but now I use all my strength merely to stay alive. My pupil, Johann said he found a way to take me with him beyond the stars. But I was too afraid to come along. Seriously. And now, all I can do is regret it.
That's fixed. I didn't know that was there until I just saw it now. This is a safe area, so there's no monster here. The laboratory is a thing. We've already checked all through the bottom of the staircase. We're probably not seeing the same monster every time we see one either. It's probably a different one. A lot of the time. Did it.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Excuse me, what? What What do you mean you can't let me proceed any further? There's not much you can do to stop me, other than sit a lot.
You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Ooh, another one. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other, while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander, who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they, too, will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Okay, and then this. Agrippa channels Wire. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is, and has been for centuries, my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first, so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae and tempter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort, so I should be able to extract its components with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need a large amount to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tempter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of this secretion in the water-dwelling Carnic. I will have to address Wire with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So Carnic is the water monster, and it's only there to get Tempter. Or that was its main purpose, but it's grown unwieldy. The choir entrance. We have 3. I just want enough light to not lose sanity.
Coming. Incredible. You found Vire's recipe.
It's the cuties, number 1 and number 2.
You're forgetting number 3.
I don't see a third person here, so there's only 2. Me!
Yeah, how could you forget me?
Who's me? Is that a new person?
Anyway, good morning. Adorable.
No, you the adorables. Oh, fucking Earth is life.
So I found out the name of the water monster.
Oh?
Its name is Kernick.
What water monster? What?
The water monster in Amnesia.
Oh, okay. Is that the invisible one?
Yeah. So evidently,
Dad, good to see you. I've always hoped.
so I just read a note. It's
Yeah.
a recipe, and I need 3 things. I need to get some of the poisonous fungi from the previous area, which there's a big specimen that we're going to need to get that's in a side area here. And then I need some vitae, which means that I just need to go torture a person and extract their blood. And then I need Tampter, which is a thing that literally does not exist in the world. So a being from the great beyond sent the water monster so that the main villain could extract the Tampter out of it.
So basically, the villain set him up to die. What?
Huh?
I'm confused. What?
The Tampter, the water monster, was sent to this world by a person who ascended from this world to like the fucking universe as a whole, called
Okay.
Johann Wire. And Johann Wire needs Agrippa, who has been kept alive by Alexander, the main villain of the game, for 400 plus years.
Oh.
And we need to have Agrippa, Heinrich Agrippa, be freed without killing him, right? And the only way to do that is with this recipe.
Okay, now I'm understanding. That makes more sense than just, dude, astral plane. Fuck.
So I have the Tampter now. I need to go get the poisonous fungi from the choir, and I need to go get the vitae from the torture chambers.
Okay.
And then I need to make a potion out of it, shove it down Agrippa's fucking throat, and then Agrippa will ascend to the realm of fucking gods and help me murder Alexander.
So this is just a very convoluted murder plot.
No time for sitting around.
Look at Agrippa. Look at my stream. This is Agrippa, and this is where his voice is coming from. His voice is coming from a machine like a good 6 feet away.
You're a good boy.
He didn't project his voice, don't worry about it.
But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
What's the Haley up to?
Being annoying.
I'm watching, well, mainly paying attention to the wrestlers.
Okay, into choir, something died inside of him that day.
Okay.
Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle.
Mum.
So we're in the choir now. Ow! Why'd that hurt?
The blood wards are failing.
Here's a
The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Paint the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
Okay, now we're killing a torture victim.
Do anything?
Yay, killing.
Paint the man, cut the lines, paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you sleep.
for another. You hear me, Guardian of the Orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more,
TV
withdraw
is
your
not a
shadows
stage
from
for
my
you.
domain.
I mean, anything is a stage when you're a cat. If you fit, you sit.
Yeah, okay. So the entire like plot of this is like you're slowly regaining the memories that you just tried to get rid of. You literally have amnesia.
It's amnesia with extra steps.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
I mean, isn't it the point of like half that game though? Like you don't remember shit.
Well, yeah, you like drank this potion or something that got rid of your memory.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the game it's like, oh, you woke up and you're in this mysterious mansion or something.
You're in Brennenburg,
Yeah, and you have,
which is either a manor or a castle. I don't know which.
I'm not sure what you would classify that as. Personally.
Well, we can look. Notes.
What defines a manor though? Isn't a manor just like a big house?
Manor is basically a mansion.
Yeah. Yeah, but what does it cross the line? That's what I'm asking. Like, it has
Maybe
to
it's
cross the
in
line
here.
At some point.
Just call it a villa.
Yeah, it's a castle. Castle Brennenburg.
Okay. I mean, it has a dungeons. It has, yeah. I suppose it technically would be a castle, wouldn't it?
It's literally called a castle in local folklore.
To be fair, castle is pretty wide.
I need to lower my sanity. I need to raise my sanity, so I'm gonna be sitting in
You need
the
to lower your
light.
sanity. That's not a good idea.
The walls are currently moving when I look at them.
Yeah, you know, when a spider starts walking across your screen, you think you're gonna have issues.
Oh no. There's no spiders in this game. It's cockroaches.
I haven't played it forever, so yeah.
No, it's cockroaches. Those are the only bugs in this game. There's cockroaches, fleshy walls, and then there's the three monsters.
Yeah, but
There's three monsters, but people only ever talk about two of them. And one of them is not Alexander is not one of them.
Yeah, but don't the monsters only start if like you start losing a lot of sanity?
You only lose sanity if you're looking at them.
Yeah, for being in the dark, which most of the game is dark, so kind of, you know.
There's plenty of tinder boxes. I still have a tinder box and the 2 things of oil, and my lantern's full. And I thought laudanum, what made your sanity go up? No, it heals you.
Oh, I mean, that's still good, though.
Nah, I've literally been hit once, and I've only died once in this whole game. And that was because I was being stupid. And died to the water monster because I didn't see a I didn't see a flesh ball on the fucking ceiling. And hit my head on it.
I thought you couldn't see them, though.
See what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the monster. I'm like, I thought you couldn't see that monster.
No. It was just a little flesh. It was just like a flesh clot off the fucking ceiling.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense now, right? Yeah.
Stare at the candles. It'll make my sanity go up. Anyway, there's 3 monsters. There is the water monster that we just learned the name of in a note recently. The Kernik. The Kernik is the water monster. And then we have the Gatherers, which I assume is the first monster that you see. And then you have this other monster that is probably another form of Gatherer, but it looks very different. To be honest, both of them, if they are Gatherers, look nothing like how the folklore describes the Gatherers. Because
maybe they're different, like, subspecies, maybe? Yeah.
If I go here to local folklore, you can read The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, had left them disfigured and empty of essence. This sounds like the main monster and that other monster, right? But then I read the next part of the paragraph. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants, They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside a damp burlap sack dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? See, they sound like gatherers, right? Until you hear the burlap sack thing, and that they shy away from people. The main monster and that secondary monster, those don't shy away from people. They don't have a burlap sack. They can't be gatherers unless it's a different type of gatherer.
Which I couldn't.
My sanity is not going up. Whatever. I'm just gonna go forward. Choir main hall. Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. Oh, this is scary.
Attentions, Daniel. Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Oh my fucking god, I wasn't expecting the loud sound with the goddamn thing opening. Holy fucking shit. Fuck.
Shit out yourself.
I was walking toward the fucking Iron Maiden and like it opened and there was a bunch of screaming and The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg in pain. His head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Fuck you.
Alexis, Australia has a term for you. It's eat a teaspoon of cement and harden the fuck up.
God damn it.
I mean, you can't say that, Haley. Are you sure you don't want
Yeah,
some
you're a little
Spyros?
bitch.
Come
Haley, you're a little bitch.
No.
I mean, are you sure? I mean, Spyros, they're good.
No.
They're crunchy.
Come at me when you yourself won't get scared by shit like that. In fact, you do worse than getting scared. You get fucking scared and then punch a hole in the fucking wall.
No. Because that was a mean looking fucking spider. Shut up.
Sure it was. I'm sure it was just a tiny
No,
thing.
it was tiny, but it was
Exactly.
big.
Uh-huh,
It was
sure it was.
big.
Believe what I'm saying.
I just got hit by the monster. Run, 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 run. It's the secondary monster, it's not the primary. Oh god. No one uses this when they make custom maps for this game either. Holy fuck. Okay, I really just got hit.
But
Holy fucking shit. I just got hit by the monster. I'm gonna sit here and regain fucking sanity. I can't afford to not regain sanity when the monster just came out from fucking behind me where I just was standing and just slapped me over the fucking head with a machete.
Surprise!
Actually, that's the third different type of monster. You know what the primary one is, right? The primary one that you see in this game is the one with the really dragged open mouth. I saw another one that's like face is just entirely missing when I was in the sewers, and that one I didn't really get a good look at its face because I was too busy fucking running. But it had fucking machete arms.
Oh, that doesn't sound very safe. Machete arms.
So now we got 4 enemies. We got those 3. We got the Karen, the whatever the fuck it was, and then we have the last one, which is Alexander. Alexander of Castle Brennenburg, the fucking immortal bitch that likes to eat orbs for breakfast, evidently. Anyway, I've got a piece of the orb. I think that there's supposed to be 9 pieces of the orb. And I have 1. I need to find them together, try to bind them with the tar. That's not gonna work because we already know that that doesn't fucking work.
You get there.
We already have the tar. We've got 1 piece of the orb. Let's go back in here, see if the monster's still in here. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost.
The wheel is good for keeping your victim still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim.
Oh, we found a torture wheel.
Tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
It's one of the wheels. There's a piece of orb. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with the intent so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The 2 men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. So now we've got 2 orbs. So what's Courtney doing? Courtney?
Yes.
I asked what you were doing, and you ignored me again.
Because my headphones died.
Ree.
I'm watching your stream currently.
I also asked you yesterday because I found out that you had CK3.
I do.
Did you like it? Do you like it?
I mean, I haven't gotten into it too much.
I wanted to get into CK3, but I don't have it.
Oh?
I don't have it, and it's like fucking $30. And CK2, which is free, is nothing like it.
I haven't played much CK3, so I'm gonna tell you.
It's kind of fun watching the floor and walls move because I'm slowly going insane.
That's a move.
Who are you to question me?
Who am I to question you? A person? I got the poison gland from the mushroom. That's 2 out of 3. I found the bronze bull now. Where is... There it is. There's the piece of orb. That's 3. And we have the bronze orb. Or the bronze ox or whatever. The trader did not know what to think of the brass bull, bronze ox, whatever the fuck, I don't care. As he was forced to enter it, only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. So now we've got 3 pieces of the orb. The bucket of tar. We've got the poison gland and the remains. We still have this wooden crank that I've never used from like the beginning of the fucking game. We've only got 3 pieces of orb. There's got to be at least 1 more. I don't know how many pieces there are supposed to be though. I swear, there's gotta be at least 1 more. Where though? Was it over here? Yeah, I got the one from in here. Yeah, we had this, we had the wheel, and we had the brass bull. We have 1. We follow the pipe. That's 2 at the wheel. Well, that's my first death in quite a while. Watch your step. I fucking jumped too early, so I fucking fell. That's annoying.
Oof.
Oh, we didn't lose anything. In fact, we're just right back where we just started. I'm pretty sure that's it for this. Such filthy thought. Yeah, we already read this. So far, both of my fucking deaths have been from mistakes, not because of a monster. Well,
Oh.
not. Well, one of them was because of a monster, but it was because of a mistake because I didn't see something.
So. Okay.
How many is it? It fell into 6 pieces. We got 3 from there. I'll assume the other 3 are in the other half that I've not looked at. On the other side of the nave. Do, 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 do.
Ah, you again. Looks like you cleaned out the choir. Head for the transom and find the rest of the orb pieces.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The rest of the orb pieces are over in the other area. The remaining orbs can be found in the transept, which is over here. There's no reason for... okay. There is a reason to be scared, because it can be scary to look at the monsters. But they're not that fast. If I see them, I can run away.
True.
Although they hit like a fucking truck. They kill me in 2 hits.
Yeah, it's not so fun.
And I can't fight back, literally.
How much more am I supposed to withstand?
Yeah,
So
it's
we
not
got
a game where
3 doors and a stairwell.
This one, prepare.
We have 3 doors and a stairwell. So we'll check out the bottom floor, then go upstairs. Oh, well, this is scary.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Oh, they would lift the man while they had his feet bound to a weight.
Makes sense.
Orb piece. Now I touch the weight. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. I feel like there's about to be an enemy that walks in here, so I'm gonna hide in here. Actually, this is not big enough for me to hide in. My sanity's still not gone down yet. Next.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man.
Ooh.
It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Okay. So this one is fairly simple to understand, I guess. They latch shackles around either their legs or their hands and then put them on this fucking spike.
Sounds brutal.
Now I need to find this goddamn thing. It's got to be over here. Yeah. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one left. So let's run out of here so that we don't have to waste our lamp oil. Okay. There's a dead guy there. This wasn't there earlier. Is he gonna move? No. He's just dead. So we've got a purple piece of the orb, a red piece, a black piece, a green piece, and a teal piece. And then we got our bucket of tar. We also have the fungus poison gland and the spit from the water monster, the Kernik. And what is this one? Got the last piece of the orb. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flowing from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. We got one more area to check out here.
Not with a friendly type, are they?
They are doing all of this to stop the shadow of the orb, which is quite literally reality itself, from catching up to our playable character.
Oh.
Because the orb controls like reality itself, and there's a fuck ton of orbs, and they react differently to being taken. And the orb that he took fucking kills anyone and everything around it by trying to catch up with itself.
Oh. Okay. That sounds like a fun thing to steal.
We have a piece of rope here. Ooh, a note. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victim would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds your expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient as it will trigger itself into greater fear, simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Our character took the amnesia drink and then left a note for us telling us to kill Alexander. And that's how the game started. Ooh, yay, another thing to read. Is it you, my love? I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. It's time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. All of these little things are from Alexander. The little cylinder things. Ah yes, finally some more oil. Hey, another thing is Stefano up there. Anyway, there is a rope. A string. I have no clue what this string is for. I've not seen anything that has said that we need string. This guy's fucking ugly. Bet that's Alexander, since he's like fucking 900 years old or some bullshit.
To be fair, if you're 900 years old, you probably don't look too good either.
All my sanity's crystal clear. And there we go. Now my health is all good too. So now we're in tip-top shape. Back to the nave. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. Yeah, I've already seen this. Down this well is where the water monster, the Karnak, is. So I'm just gonna leave that rope down there in case the invisible Karnak wants to leave the water.
I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vaya's stomach before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save him.
Yeah, I do want to save you, but I don't know how to get the Vitae. I actually do not know how to get the Vitae. To get the Vitae, all I need is to gather it from someone that I need to torture. The issue is I don't know where. I'm gonna assume that it's over here, though.
I mean, it should be close, shouldn't it?
It's in one of these two rooms. It's either in the choir or it's in the other place we just came from. It's got to be one of the blood puddles, because it's literally the fucking blood of the tortured. Is what we need. The issue is, how do I collect it? I really hope it's not in the choir, because there's still an enemy's just lurking in the choir. The fucking machete hand guy is still down there.
So you have to avoid him.
Well, that, and it's dark as hell. I don't have the oil or tinder boxes to go do that. And I would prefer to free him. I think that it'll be in one of the 6 rooms that we got the orb pieces. In fact, if I had to guess, it would probably be in the room with the Iron Maiden. The bronze bull doesn't make sense. The wheel doesn't make that much sense. The Iron Maiden actively makes the person inside bleed. And if we need the blood, if we need their blood, then this should be where we need to go. The Iron Maiden is over here. Let me double check my notes. Okay, the vitae can be extracted as usual for any agonized human's victim's blood. I just need a large amount to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. So whichever one was the last torture session is the one that should have it. I mean, I could go inside the Iron Maiden myself. Oh, wait. I have an idea. I have an idea, and the idea might work. I found some laudanum. My idea is, remember the dead guy? Or the guy that I presumed was dead?
Mm-hmm.
What if I go to him and try and extract the blood from him?
Not a bad idea.
I might look up where I get the vitae, because I do not know. If this does not work, I'm probably going to look it up, or have you look it up. Because I wanna try and save him, but I don't know exactly where I get the vitae. Oh, there's another area it could be. There's only one other place that it could be, other than that guy, that I can think of off the top of my head. Actually, let me check both of these rooms real quick. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't look like it. Another tinderbox.
I broke my door.
Oh, yeah, I could totally do that. That's an idea. I use the glass jar that I have on me to gather up the blood. That's probably what I'll have to do, but I need to figure out where I get the blood for the vitae.
What are you aliens, man?
What are you playing?
Easy. There's an event where aliens can land and attack your base. Or attack you, depending where you are.
No, not in there. No. I don't know where it is.
I see that all the orb pieces you need.
Oh, fine.
Transept. It's gotta be this guy. Oh, the guy doesn't exist anymore. Oh yeah, it's gotta be this. Find a way to lower the vessel. Glass jar on a string into the blood. There we go. Glass jar of blood. Now we need to get the vitae out of the blood and mix anything. Okay. So he probably knows how to purify the blood. So we can go ask Agrippa how to purify the blood. I'm guessing. Then I go do that. Yeah.
I see you have all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save him. Please, my fate is in your hands.
Now how do I purify the vitae? Must be made with care. It needs to be done in the laboratory. Maybe.
I mean, it's a good guess, I guess.
Yeah, but the laboratory is boarded up.
I see you have all the orb pieces
Oh,
you need.
can I
That's
get in
an
there?
issue. I don't know how to
No
unboard
right
it.
to ask anything of you.
Can you not find like a crowbar or
Find it
something?
in your heart to
The only crowbar that we've had this entire game broke the second we used it, and it was mandatory to use it.
Oh, okay. I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I need into the laboratory. Shovel into the laboratory. It's a literal shovel. I can definitely bash this off.
Yeah.
Hammer and chipper? No. A wooden crank? No. A bucket of tar? No. I'm confused.
That's
A
confusing.
saw? A literal saw? No. I'm about to look it up.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna go do that now. Age of the Dark Descent. Wires tonic is the only piece that I really want to know how to make. How do I get to the fucking laboratory? Blah 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 blah. I have no clue how the fuck I'm supposed to access the laboratory.
Should be a place you can find an item.
I don't know, I'm confused.
What's confusing you, Tilly? Are you sure you need to go to the laboratory?
Yeah, it's the only place in the entire game that I can make the tonic.
Oh.
I see that
Should be
also
some hint
offers
before you need to get in there, though.
I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you
I would think
find
so.
it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting
So here it says making the tonic.
to mental all,
Because I want to make the fucking tonic. Upon your subsequent escape from the cells and flight from the shadow, the quakes will cause part of the castle to collapse, making the laboratory accessible. I don't understand.
I mean,
Escape
yours
from
looks
what
like-
cells? Where?
I guess you have to get caught, maybe? Ooh.
I'm confused.
So it only activates after a trigger event happens? Apparently.
I'm past the cells. The cells are like 2 entire fucking safe areas ago.
Did it not trigger?
Unless it's talking about the fucking cells that aren't. So there's an area called the prison, which has a bunch of cell blocks.
I see
Then
that also
there's this area right here,
I know I have no right
this
to
room
ask
right
anything
here,
of you.
which is a bunch of cells where they held a bunch of their prisoners before they tortured them. Which, how am I going to escape from here? I'm already past it.
That is fair.
Okay, I guess that's the trigger that I need. Because it was just a big loud thing. It's locked. Okay, cool.
I guess it just never triggered when you went to the first time?
No, it's locked. The door is locked behind me. I literally cannot leave.
Oh, okay.
There's fucking 3 enemies. Okay, I'm supposed to die here. There's 3 fucking gatherers.
Yeah, considering you can't fight, literally one. That might be hate doesn't like you.
Hazel spent all summer in bed. He used to read to her after helping father with his work. In his mind, he was like, I have no clue how to say that, and as long as he kept telling her the story, something. The gatherer is looking at me. These don't look like the gatherers that were described. They don't have big burlap sacks filled with their prey, screaming.
I mean,
Okay, so
Worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you.
the gatherers are not good at their job
No grudge against you, Dan.
at all. They let me have all of my shit that was stolen from me.
You and I.
well, maybe they're a gatherer of flesh, not, items.
A mixture. It does
The cell door is locked. Find another way out.
explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how would face the orb's shadow and save our work and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Solid metal and in good shape, there's no use. Well, what am I supposed to do here? There's like literally nothing in here that's interactable other than these chains. Can I break the chains? No.
Can you?
This right here. Bricks that are loose cannot be removed by hand. Well, here, have the fucking hammer and chisel. Now I broke down the wall in between the two cells. I saw someone in the Skywalker's Hall as objects there. But the IGN of Alexis Pangol, was that you? Yeah, that was me. I was mining shit. Also, hi Rat. The last prisoner. There's little left to say. I write solely to prevent myself from revisiting the memories of these last few days. If I am fortunate, I will fall asleep and time will pass without effort. I have begun to wean myself from my prison. When I first arrived, I felt like I was being buried inside a tomb. Now I feel the close walls comforting me. As long as I am in here, there is no pain. The walls protect me from the outside. I even laughed earlier as one of the wardens dropped a key down the pipes. It gave me hope for a second, thinking I could escape, if only I could somehow reach it from here. In my dreams, Alexander, I am king. In my dreams I best you, and escape your clutches and return with all the knights of the realm carrying pistols and sabers in my dreams. 1 second, headset's dying. Okay. So, a warden, or probably more specifically a gatherer, dropped a key down a pipe. What pipe? I have no clue. What? Oh, there's a dead man with his dick out. Can I move him? No. There's a tinderbox. And another tinderbox. Nice. Laudanum. You're grinding Hotum 6 and then 7. Nice. Wooden bucket. I'm already harder than Mountain 7. I was grinding gemstones for Artifact of Power along with not only Artifact of Power but also this other thing called Divine Armor and all of its things. bucket of water. Why? Why do I have a bucket of water? Find the key to open the door. Is there no pipe? Oh, it's in this pipe. Okay. So I take the bucket of water and pour it in this pipe. And that gives me the rusty key. And with this rusty key, I go here. Can it unlock my cell door as well? No, it cannot. How's my day going? Fine. Fuck off, Shadow. Fuck off, Shadow. Fuck off, Shadow. Hey, at least there's no Krinsk. Just the Shadow chasing after me, wanting to murder me. Let me out, you bitch. Back to the nave. When Hazel turned 15, she had lived 3 years longer than Dr. Tate had foreseen. Her parents had given up from exhaustion and decided to have her committed for permanent treatment at Canterbury Hospice. But she was still alive. She had embraced him and wished him a grand adventure in Algeria. Where the... Oh... Oh, that note suddenly makes me very weak. Alexander became silent. He didn't know what to say. He could no longer recognize his friend sitting across the carriage.
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel
Doubtful.
it closing in on me, and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Olstad, there's a small settlement where Zimmerman, a dairy farmer, lives with his wife and 3 children.
Doubtful that he'll figure out the orb.
Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. As he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children. We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
So we kidnapped some children. Nice, I guess. The crying had stopped, blah blah blah. Fucking hell. The shadow of the orb, the flesh. The fleshy pustules. They're everywhere. Oh, and all the lights I lit are out, you bitch. Removing all my goddamn torches that I lit. Boil the blood.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, I got unlocked and died. That's sad. Come on, game. Wake me up. Oh.
Wires tonic is done. I did it.
I thought I lost you. The castle trembled and I could hear the chancel collapse. The laboratory might be accessible now. Quickly, off with the head. And then, whatever happens, get me through that gate. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Oh. That's just bad luck, man.
I need a more appropriate place. I'm gonna assume that I do this all the way over here. In the chancel. The sight of her lifeless body crippled with sight. He tried to remove himself from the scene, but he could not. Instead, he fell to his knees and begged her for forgiveness. That gathers going its own way, I'll go my way. Don't bother me. The orb is done. Achievement unlocked. Restore. What? But I did it, game?
No, why not?
No, I have to wait for the orb.
Oh.
The orb does not by itself remove the bearer, so something must be done with the machinery. Oh no. And Agrippa wants his head sawn off. Oh god, I need to go back. Yeah, he said off with the head. Yeah, I need to go back and saw off Agrippa's head. I need to do it. I want to do it. Go back, saw off Agrippa's head, then go over where that monster just went to go and fix the machinery so that I can actually go and do what I need to do. Don't worry, I got this. I got this. I'm not a complete failure. I think this is the end of the game. I'm 99% sure that if I saw off Agrippa's head, fix the machinery, I'm at the end of the game. So back to the name, I need to find something to saw off Agrippa's head. What? I do not know.
Interesting.
You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of.
Yep, bone saw. Found it. There was a bone saw through this fucking hole in the wall.
Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Off with your head. I now have his head in my inventory.
Nice.
Ow. Yeah, the fucking shadow of the orb is a hell of a lot more painful than the actual monsters. The actual monsters can fucking two-shot me, but the shadow of the orb can literally sit here and fucking hit me constantly without me being able to do anything because I need to walk this way. And anytime that I touch the fucking fleshy bits of the walls, there's a chance that I can just die.
Oh, that sounds ridiculous.
Agrippa said. Do you have Amnesia Rebirth, the newest one from 2021 or 2020?
Machine of Pigs?
No, Machine of Pigs came out like fucking 5-6 years ago. Rebirth came out like a year or two ago.
I don't remember. I don't think I had that one.
39. I cannot believe what I have become. One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down and... What is a life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent. But to kill an innocent to save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
Okay. Down into the machinery. Oil all over the floor, broken gears everywhere. Big metal plates missing. Steam coming out of the pipes. What am I supposed to do? I have no clue what I'm supposed to do here. Not large enough to jam the cog wheels. I could throw Agrippa's head into it.
I mean, is he the head triangle?
Ow! Okay, that hurt. Yeah, I almost killed myself because I walked into the fucking cog wheels. We'll try that box, and if that box doesn't work, we will try... Well, I can't grab these pipes, so I guess we won't try those pipes. But we'll try this heavier duty box that's slightly bigger. In fact, we'll try the heavier duty box first. Ow. Yep, that worked. Okay. Yeah, nah. Okay, maybe it won't see me back here. My health is all good. I have a slight headache, so my sanity is only at the second highest tier. Okay. Come now. Fuck! He hit me. He one-shot me at that. What the fuck? I was trying to juke around him, but I couldn't. Hello, Gatherer. It's lost me. I need it to run the fuck away. Go away. Okay. I think I'm gonna finish the game today. The question is, did he go away enough that I can get past?
Crush his skull. He deserves it.
Yeah, he's literally disappeared. Go, go, go! We can finally go murder Alexander, who's probably a much better guy than I ever was. Fuck you, Shadow. You're not getting me. All his life he had thought that he was a good man. Terrible deeds were only committed by terrible people, like Henry Bedloe, the bully in school. But now, he had seen what he himself could do. Run down the stairs. Run from the fucking Shadow.
August 1839.
It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon.
He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the Shadow alone. That vile, aspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination? Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the Shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer, a monster. And now, I merely await my death. I am too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Oh my god, what the fuck did I just do? I think I just like, yeah, I just fucking like beat the shit out of myself. Wasn't expecting that. The door will not open. Heavy door is sealed shut. Find a way to open it. Not that. We've already sacrificed our. We've already done a blood sacrifice. There's probably something we need to do here. My sanity's fucking gone. Let me at least have my goddamn lantern out. All we have now is a lantern, a wood crank, and finally Agrippa's head. My sanity is so fucked. Oh, we're physically fine, but we're fucking far too insane.
Oh.
We're at the lowest stage of sanity. There might be one thing below this, but I don't think that there is. The orb chamber. He had turned angry. It was easy to take her innocence and make her the villain in the story, but she didn't deserve to die. Even he could see that. Here we are.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I
Not really.
good and evil? Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you
Can
see
you not be naked?
me or evil in Agrippa?
I mean, that's a big task for somebody.
The pylon's unstable and on the verge of falling over. I can't rip it off. Ah! There's nothing to throw at them. Ow. Hey, I can actually touch him if I get close enough. Why can't I get the fucking pylon? This is annoying. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Is there not something that I can throw at the pylons? Hey, can you throw some of these stones at your pylons? Please? What the fuck am I supposed to do here? I can't leave this area, so something in here is...
A whole other world. Isn't it beautiful? I can finally return home.
The portal will be open very soon, and then I throw Agrippa's head in.
But you, I am sorry that you are still tainted. No, you fool! You have ruined us.
Benefactor, achievement unlocked. Fuck you. Is that the end of the game? Oh, I can actually move.
There he is. Do you see him, Vaya? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. right, Daniel. It will be all right.
One of each.
Such cutie.
Hey, that's the end of the game. We managed to ascend the mortal plane. Because we threw Agrippa's head into the fucking portal.
Nice.
Oh, God. Well, that's the end of this. Another 2-hour VOD. And the VOD, and then I guess tomorrow we'll do a machine for pigs. Oh, I'm curious, where does it continue me? Because I'm curious, if I do nothing at the end, what happens? Yeah, because I do have Agrippa's head.
I was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me or evil in Agrippa?
Ha! Eh. I mean, if I were physically here, I could just fucking run my full body weight into the goddamn pylon.
Yes, you could.
And it would probably pretty easily fucking snap with how thin this is.
Maybe.
Even if it is stone. It says that it's on the verge of toppling over when you click on them. I'm curious what the other outcome is if I don't throw Agrippa's head in. Because there's no you don't necessarily have to get Agrippa's head.
Where do I go?
Swirly stones. So we got swirly stones, some pylons, an altar, a portal, and then we have a naked dude.
I can finally return home. But you, I had something. You won't be able to enter. You are still tainted, branded by the shadow. It will consume you either way.
Achievement unlocked, sacrifice. So this is the other ending.
You sacrifice yourself?
And there's the shadow. Yeah, and the shadow's murdering me.
That's not okay.
And there it is. So that's the other ending. So we got the good ending the first go, and this is the bad ending.
Thank you, my friend. Your sacrifice won't be forgotten. You will be celebrated forever.
And that's that. Yep. exit game. I'm done. We'll go back and do Machine for Pigs next time, which I think is a longer game.